We are proud to join you as you reflect and celebrate the incredible achievements since the 14th day of July, 1789, when your republic embraced a stable democracy and established values of liberty, equality, and fraternity that continue to position you well to the present-day community of nations. I believe you owe it to those underpinning fundamental values that has attracted the world to your country, enabled it, among other credentials, to host one more time the Olympic Games. Honorable colleagues, let me reiterate that the fact that sports remain one of the most uniting enabler for all the people of the world without any discrimination, because it comes along without any barriers of age, gender, race, or other backgrounds considerations. Sports foster economic, social, and remains privileged to enjoy an active partnership with the city of Miramas and the Marseille region in southern France, at a large that is currently hosting our Team Kenya to the Olympic residential camp. Through this partnership, which we envisage will lead beyond the Paris Olympic Games, we have already tasted fruits and friendship and solidarity as we hope to benchmark against our partners' advanced sports infrastructure and facilities developments that they have. We welcome the opportunity to continue collaborating in various fields as we leverage on the platform of sports as a venue or sector for brotherhood and unity, especially for the benefit of our youth, who are the biggest players and consumers of such prosperity. I thank you all, and happy Bastille Day, and cheers to all French citizens here in Kenya and the world at large. Thank you very much.
I will request that you hold the cheers until after the final speech, because indeed we are going to be doing that. So not to worry, I'm sure you'll be getting your glasses pretty soon. Despite all that is happening in the world, you've realized in a couple of 2-3 years it has been a tumultuous place. And despite all that, there is nothing that links people better than sports. Il n'y a rien de plus fédérateur que le sport, et c'est pour cela qu'on a insisté d'organiser cet événement et de continuer malgré tous les soucis qu'on connaît dans ce pays. So despite all the ups and downs that we've seen, whether here or elsewhere, we just decided, you know what, we might as well just go ahead and hold this, because it is the year of the Olympics and there's nothing that brings people closer than sports. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to introduce our Balozi. He doesn't like being called ambassador anymore. Ever since he started taking Swahili classes, he prefers being called Balozi, which he doesn't realize is also a beer. I mean, there's very many, there are very many things to work out around that. And last year, he promised us that when he comes on stage this year, he's going to be giving his entire speech in Kiswahili. So if you want to see that, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to Balozi Arnosuke, the ambassador of France to Kenya and Somalia, who will give his remarks, and then is going to be inviting our chief guest. Karibu sana Balozi.
Mgeni wa heshima, waziri wa mambo ya nje, Mheshimiwa Musalia Mudavadi, na mkuu wa mawaziri, asante sana kwa kuja leo kwa sherehe hii. Mheshimiwa PS Korea, ndugu yangu, asante sana. Waheshimiwa wabunge na masenata, waheshimiwa mabalozi wenzangu, mabibi na mabwana, wageni waalikwa, hamjamboni nyote. Jambo la kwanza, mimi na mke wangu Joan na binti zangu Chloe na Juliette tungependa kuwakaribisha nyote kwa hafla hii hapa ubalozini. Asante. Nashukuru pia timu ya ubalozi kwa kazi safi. Pika makofi tafadhali. Jambo la pili, ningependa kusema kuwa hafla hii ni muhimu sana katika historia ya Ufaransa kwa sababu tunasherehekea mapinduzi ya Ufaransa. Mapinduzi haya yalituwezesha kupata maadili ya uhuru, usawa, udugu. Kwa Kifaransa tunasema liberté, égalité, fraternité. Maadili haya sio kwa manufaa ya Ufaransa peke yake, ila ni kwa dunia nzima, ikiwemo nchi ya Kenya. Pamoja tunaheshimu maadili haya sisi sote. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to offer our condolences to the families who have lost loved ones during the recent event in the country. In the past couple of weeks, both France and Kenya have gone through very significant political moments. And in fact, I see that we both went through dissolution of public institutions, the National Assembly in France and the government in Kenya. However, in both countries, the ultimate outcome is an increased demand for public participation. Indeed, today, we are hosting this Bastille celebration to uphold those values of liberty, equality, and fraternity, seeking to foster greater unity and cohesion within our nation. As the host country for the Olympic and Paralympic Games this year, we will commit globally to the Olympic ideal of building a peaceful and better world through sport. As we adopt a UN Security Council resolution last November calling for Olympic truce, we reflect on the Greek oracle of Delphi, who wanted to replace the cycle of conflict with a friendly athletic competition every 4 years. Ladies and gentlemen, this year Olympic and Paralympic are historic. Paris will host for the first time in history games with the same number of male and female athletes. Both Kenya and France are Olympic nations. It isn't simply that we both have great athletes, such as my friend Paul, we do, but most importantly, our people hold a true passion for sports. Hence, sports play a key role in our relationship. Right now, some members of Team Kenya have already arrived in Miramas, in the south of France, and soon the rest of the team, led by Dr. Paul Tergat, will join them. The city of Miramas is incredibly excited to host you as the Kenyan champion prepare for the Games. However, they asked me to tell you to leave some medals for France in the long race. Tafadhali msichukue kila kitu. Moving forward, I am delighted to say that this partnership is moving beyond the Games as the city of Eton in Elgeyo Marakwet will be twinning with the city of Miramas. And this Olympic year, we have worked with many other Kenyan partners to spread the Olympic spirit. As sport, it has been said, is a key vector for equality and empowerment, especially for the youth. Let me give a few examples. Last week, at Alliance in Mombasa, we hosted the Paris-Mombasa Olympic Boxing Day with the Kenyan Boxing Federation, allowing boys and girls to compete. We also partner with Kibera's youth and the Kibera Black Star to transform a former landfill into a cultural and sporting space for the local community. In Eton, the French private sector established a training center for about 20 young Kenyan athletes. And next week, in partnership with the NBA and the Kenya Academy of Sport will be commissioning a new basket field near Kisarani, and we hold a wheelchair basketball game. In conclusion, sports serve as a means for France and Kenya to build a stronger foundation for a united society and a prosperous country. Let me try to go back to Swahili. Lazima tupatie vizazi vijavyo nafasi ya kujenga taifa kwa kupitia michezo. Lakini vijana wenu wahusishwe katika ujenzi wa taifa. Ladies and gentlemen, sports not only contribute to emotional and spiritual solidarity, but also lead to economic advantages for both countries. Kenya has become a preferred destination for French businesses and investors, with France now ranking as the fourth largest investor in Kenya. Over the last 10 years, the number of French companies operating in Kenya has tripled, resulting in creating 36,000 direct jobs provided by 120 French companies. Some of these people who contribute to this investment are here with us today. And I'd like to thank our partners who are here and that made this event possible. Let me quote them individually. There, you can see them, they're back on the wall. Accor. African Global Logistics. Air France KLM. Biomérieux. Carrefour. EDF. Kenya Red Cross Society. L'Oréal. Pernod Ricard. Redland Roses. Renault. Rubis Kenya. Thales. Total Energy, and Trace TV. Thank you very much. I also like to express my gratitude to the French Chamber of Commerce, and in particular to Othman Chawi and Laure Pogam, who've done a great deal for today's event. Asante sana. Now, allow me to say a few words for the French community. Chers compatriotes, je voudrais d'abord remercier les conseillers des Français de l'étranger, Aude de Moustier, Jean-Bacca Domélévo-Elfledner et Daniel Wade, qui jouent un rôle clé de représentation et de soutien à la communauté française au Kenya. Je me dois aussi de saluer ici le travail de Nairobi Accueil, qui fait un travail formidable pour l'animation et le dynamisme de la communauté française à Nairobi. Merci également à notre consul à Mombasa, Mohamed Ramazani, qui est avec nous. Merci à vous. Merci, cher Mohamed. Je tiens également à remercier les services consulaires qui ont organisé 3 scrutins cet été. Merci encore à tous ceux qui se sont mobilisés pour ces grands moments démocratiques. L'année 2024 aura été celle du lancement de France Consulaire. Cette plateforme dédiée aux démarches consulaires constitue un pas supplémentaire vers la simplification et l'amélioration du service aux usagers. C'est pour moi un grand plaisir de nous voir réunis ici pour la fête nationale. C'est un moment important pour se retrouver et célébrer nos traditions, ainsi que notre histoire commune autour de cette réception. Vive la France, vive le Kenya, vive l'amitié entre la France et le Kenya. And finally, there's a special guest with us today, the Prime Cabinet Secretary and CS for Foreign Affairs, Your Excellency Musalia Mudavadi. Thank you so much for doing us the honor of accepting our invitation. Ningependa kumwalika Bwana Waziri, kwa sasa yeye ni waziri wa kipekee Kenya nzima. Yuko na kazi nyingi sana, lakini ameweza kufika hapa leo kwa sababu ni uhusiano bora baina ya Kenya na Ufaransa. Karibu sana, mheshimiwa.
Your Excellency, Ambassador Arnold Sukwet, Your Excellencies, High Commissioners and Ambassadors, members of the Diplomatic Corps, PS Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abraham Singoe, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Let me start on a lighter note before I make my formal remarks. His Kiswahili is excellent. Unfortunately, I'm not good at French. So I will not be able to attempt to speak in French. But I'll tell you a story. And I really regret that I didn't take advantage of it in my younger times. We had an opportunity to start learning French when I was in class 5 at primary level. But at that time, perhaps we didn't see the significance of being multilingual. I really regret it. So if you have a chance, latch onto it. The other thing I want to point out is that it is so gratifying that we are able to be here today, because a few weeks ago, in the middle of the Kenyan crisis, His Excellency came to see me and he put forward a question. Should we postpone the Bastille Day or should it go on? And I told him, do not postpone it. Let it go on. Today I stand here to salute him and to salute all of you as diplomats here, because during that moment, by him agreeing that it shall proceed, it was a serious message of solidarity with the people of Kenya. Had it been deferred, then the signals would have been different. There would have been signals of either lack of confidence in the country or a signal that can generate panic and make us lose some of the companies that are employing 36,000 people in Kenya today. So on that note, Your Excellency, on behalf of the people of Kenya, on behalf of the President of the Republic of Kenya, let me say that we truly appreciate the firm decision and your commitment to proceed with the Bastille Day celebrations. It is, of course, a challenging time for the Kenyan people and also for so many other countries that are here. What will be important is how we emerge out of the crisis. Kenya has been fairly resilient under difficult circumstances, and I will quickly just flag a few landmarks in the past that have shaken the foundations of Kenya, but we have always emerged out of these challenges. There was the 1969 crisis after the assassination of Tom Mboya. There was the crisis after the assassination of J.M. Kariuki. We had a crisis when we were emerging out of the single-party regime to a multi-party regime. We had the 1982 attempted coup, where a lot of people also lost their lives. We then had the 2005 referendum, which was also very, very divisive. we then had an opportunity under President Kibaki after the elections to emerge out of a deeper crisis where Kenya lost 1,400 citizens. We had our crisis in the build-up to the last elections. We also what happened at the Bomas. Indeed, some of you as observers had to be evacuated from that center. We then have had a situation where Kenya became the first country where a presidential election has been nullified. But we still came out of it and went for a fresh election, and we emerged stronger. So we have had a moment where our young people have also expressed themselves on how they know best. And I want to tell you the government of Kenya has listened, and it has initiated processes of tackling some of the concerns that they did raise. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to stand here to really salute you and to assure you that we are determined to walk the straight and narrow. It may not be easy, and there are still more challenges to come ahead, but I want to assure you we shall emerge stronger and more positive as a united nation. So now, let me go to my formal remarks. It is with great pleasure and pride that I join you today to celebrate Bastille Day 2024, together with the people of France and the rest of the world. This National Day holds profound significance, not only for the people of France, but also for all of us who value liberty, equality, and fraternity. These principles are the bedrock of our shared democratic values and our collective commitment to a just and equitable world. Your Excellency, on this special occasion, we are reminded of the enduring and robust bilateral relations between Kenya and France. Our two nations have enjoyed a long history of friendship and cooperation, spanning over 60 years, characterized by mutual respect and a shared vision for a sustainable future. It is appropriate that we celebrate this bond today as we reflect on our achievements and look forward to even greater collaboration in the years to come. Over the decades, our partnership has grown stronger, encompassing a wide array of sectors, including trade, education, culture, and development cooperation. I commend you and your team for your dedication and relentless efforts in elevating our relationship by creating long-term collaborations, which are critical in today's interlinked world. We appreciate your efforts and pledge to continue engaging closely with the government of Kenya to bolster our relations. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, let me take this opportunity to appreciate the government of France for its steadfast partnership in Kenya's economic development. France has been a key development partner for Kenya, supporting various initiatives aimed at improving the quality of life for our citizens and cementing our position as East Africa's regional financial hub. Our trade relations have grown significantly, with French enterprises playing a pivotal role in key sectors of our economy. The French public and private investments have contributed to the transformation and modernization of our country. Notably, the involvement of French firms in major infrastructure projects, such as the upgrading of the Nairobi commuter railway and other urban infrastructure, has been instrumental in enhancing our connectivity and boosting economic activities. These projects not only create jobs, but also foster the transfer of technology and skills, further strengthening our economic base. French development assistance has been crucial in areas such as health, water, and sanitation, and environmental conservation. The projects funded by the French Development Agency, AFD, have had a profound impact on our communities, contributing to sustainable development and poverty reduction. Our collaboration in the health sector, particularly in combating diseases and improving maternal and child health, has been exemplary. France's support during the COVID-19 pandemic is a testament to the strength of our partnership and our shared commitment to global health security. Furthermore, Kenya and France are both firmly devoted to environmental protection and confronting the plights of climate change. Our countries have collaborated on various environmental initiatives, including the preservation of biodiversity and the promotion of sustainable energy solutions. Kenya's ambitious goal to achieve 100% renewable energy by 2030 aligns with France's leadership in advocating for global climate action. Our partnership in this area is critical as we work together to adapt and mitigate the impacts of climate change and protect our planet for future generations. As we prepare for COP29 in Baku, Kenya will continue to deepen ties with France and other like-minded governments as we envision joint action to advocate for prioritization of the implementation and completion of comprehensive commitments, particularly those impacting the Global South. The protracted and unprecedented drought, flooding, wildfires, and related climate calamities witnessed in the Horn of Africa call for urgent collective action. Distinguished guests, as we look forward to the future, there is immense potential for our bilateral relations to grow even stronger. We must continue to explore new areas of cooperation and build on the successes we have achieved together. Innovation, technology, and sustainable development are key areas where we can make significant strides. We also look forward to a very successful Olympics. Ladies and gentlemen, if you can hold your glasses so that I can propose a toast. I could borrow some water, please? Thank you. What about this? Yes. Well, Balozi is asking me a very valid question. You know, in France, water is never used for toasting. They like their wine. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join me as we raise our glasses to toast to the Bastille Day. Let us celebrate the enduring friendship between Kenya and France and reaffirm our commitment to working together for a better future. Let us raise our glasses to President Macron and the people of France. Cheers. So,
Ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to propose a toast once again. Before we move on to the next part, I'm also going to request Dr. Tergat, please come on stage as well. Dr. Tergat, tafadhali. Madame Joanne, je ne sais pas si elle est là. Joanne, s'il vous plaît. Bwana PS. Bwana PS. Si. Karibu sana. I'm also going to request the sponsors, the various representatives, just one each. Okay. So we are going to take that picture. Then I'm going to request all the Bwana PS, karibu sana. Karibu sana Bwana PS as well. I'm going to request the sponsors to come and join me on stage, the representatives from the various sponsors who helped us to hold this day. Talking about EDF, Rubis, Total Energies, Accor, L'Oréal, Thales, Carrefour, AGL, Renault, Biomérieux, Air France, Pernod Ricard, Trace, Redland Roses, and Red Cross. Please come on stage. Let's have one big family photo before we move on to the next part. So we're going to take one last picture, just with our various sponsors, if they can come on stage. Okay. Asante sana. Okay. Chambre de commerce, I can see Lord there. Thank you very much. So we just have one quick picture.